What's up, y'all? It's your boy Mambo with the Big Dog Command Room. Welcome back. Good to see y'all. Um, you know, I'm here with the week 4 reflections. First off, I just want to apologize. You know what I'm saying? I said I was gonna drop this Wednesday. It is Saturday. I was about to say Friday. I needed to, be more accountable and hold myself to a standard. So y'all could, have a product and stuff that y'all appreciate, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to try to work better and be more diligent in doing that. But without further ado, man, like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into this. So, man, Dallas week, bro, came and went. Like I said before, man, what I expected, a little bit more, a little bit less, but it was the time, I wish I was been able to be in the stationary to watch the whole game, but from what I saw, like I said, I'm proud of the defense. Everybody keeps talking about Jack gotta go and all that, and inherently, if Ron has to go, then Jack will go too. But you know what I'm saying? It'll be interesting, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't even want to talk about the hypothetical, actually. So just forget I said that. But yeah, I want, instead of just doing a normal reflection, kind of going through the offense and defense, I wanted to take a little detour. So, the last time I remember as a fan being extremely excited about this team and just always completely confident and like positive about this team every week. You guess the time? 2012. And in 2012, before 2012, you know what I'm saying, before we got Robert Griffin III, which I was like, when I was watching him in college, you know what I'm saying, at Baylor, man, the D-ball throw, his athleticism, like, man, he was just taking the college world by storm. And we couldn't stop him, like, you know what I'm saying, and I really wanted him as our quarterback. And like at the time, luckily, Dan did his thing and worked it out in order for us to get him. And and they had one of the most amazing seasons that I could ever remember as a fan, as a Redskin fan at the time. So before that time, it was a very dark and dreary, road, a long journey, and it just showed how important it was to have a franchise quarterback, man. But before that, every Sunday, every Monday, like, after that, I had to go to high school, go there. As much as I would see the Dallas fans, wearing their jerseys. You know what I'm saying? I see, the Colts fans or whoever wearing their jerseys, wearing their gear. But I never got a chance to wear mine that often, you know what I'm saying? And why? Because we never really won. And if I wore it, like, it'd be like, why are you wearing it? Oh, you the Deadskins, you the blah, blah, blah. Y'all trash, you do. So for a long time, I just wouldn't really wear my stuff. I wasn't proud to wear my stuff, you know what I'm saying? I like having my gear. I love my team, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't often to give me a reason to wear it. So when 2012 started, we opened it up, like, you know what I'm saying? Opened out the gates, like, playing the Saints, and we beat them. And it was amazing, more than I could have ever asked for, because I can remember the last time we beat the Saints. And we beat them 40-32, and it just, it was a ride, like, Then we proceeded to drop 2 straight against the St. Louis Rams and the Cincinnati Bengals. Both close games, but still, like, you know what I'm saying, a loss is a loss. Comparative to this season, like, the Lions game was close. We were down, about 9. And the second game against the Eagles, even though it wasn't close in score, our defense kept us in there. Like, all we had to do is get our offense to figure out how they're gonna get it down the field, and stuff might have been different. So, although the schedules didn't really go the same, we lost we beat the Tampa Bay Bucks, went 2-2, beat the Atlanta Falcons. I remember that game because RG3 got knocked the mess out of, like, he got a concussion. Kirk Cousins came in and couldn't pull it off because he's not clutch. Then we played the Minnesota Vikings, ironically, and that was one of the most amazing games. I think that was the turning point. I'm trying to remember because it's been so long. It's literally been 10 years. So 10 years ago, we had one of the most amazing seasons in the in Redskin history, from my memory. You know what I'm saying? And there's no reason why we can't have that again. I don't think we had an extraordinary offensive line like that I can remember. I know we were running the ball very well. And it was just, we just made stuff work, but that Minnesota Vikings game, it was amazing, you know what I'm saying? For him to, we really needed a touchdown to get ahead, and for him to just pull off that, crazy run was just the most insane thing I ever seen. I remember I was at Norfolk State, and so and the best thing about it, because I used to live in North Carolina, so whenever they had a game, I had to kind of find a stream or something like that to be able to watch the game, But being in Virginia, the local station always shows the Redskin games, so we were always downstairs in the dorm, in the lobby, watching the game, man. And I remember we sitting there just on our on pins and needles and stuff like that, sitting there waiting to see what's gonna happen, and he pulls it off and wins that. So I'm in there talking junk like I could, because we won. It's they can't say nothing because we won, So it was an amazing feeling, man. One of the best times, and I think that was one of the times I was just so proud to be a Redskin fan, and I thought this was gonna last forever, but it wasn't. And then we proceeded to lose 3 straight. Going into the bye week, we lost to the Giants, 3-4. The Pittsburgh Steelers were 3-5, and then the Carolina Panthers, 3-6. Ron Rivera's old team, and this is Cam Newton in his prime, because he was out there 2011. I think the year before RG3. So I was at a pivotal point, going into the bye week, man. Because even though we were 3-6, the way the NFC was lining up in the NFC East, it was still an opportunity for us to pull off a comeback, a rejuvenation, or a campaign, just a ride, I can't even think of the term, daggone, I wish I had that term, but we had to go on a mission to see if we can make it to the playoffs, man. And the way the schedule was looking, it was favorable for us to do that. So, man, we had to really get our stuff together, you know what I'm saying? But that was at a pivotal point, at the bye week. It was just man, are we gonna be the same old Redskins? Are we gonna be the same old Washington football team, the same old Commanders? Or are we going to, change that? And I think it might have been right before the bye or right around that time. I was just you know what? I'm sick of this, man. I'm tired of, not being able to wear my gear because I'm ashamed of losing or being called a loser or whatever. So, you know what? What I'm going to do? I'm going to start wearing my stuff, man. Start wearing my gear, dog. You know what I'm saying? Start wearing my Redskin stuff, man. Turning up, and yeah, man, I and I started seeing a change. I started seeing a change, and And so like I started wearing that stuff, and we go into our second half of the year, and we end up pulling off 7 straight to go 10-6. We beat the Philadelphia Eagles. We beat Dallas. We beat the Giants. We beat the Ravens. Unfortunately, you know, that was the game where all the stuff started kind of going downhill for RG3. He messed up his leg, but you know, Kirk Cousins was able to hold it down for us. Like, you know, in the Cleveland Browns game, I believe RG3 came back in the Philly game, and then finally we just had that amazing thriller, like, you know, in game. And well, it wasn't even a thriller. We just crushed them, like, you know what I'm saying. I feel like we were clicking on all cylinders to beat the Dallas. You know, one of my favorite games I can remember, like, you know, Alfred Morris beat Clinton Porter's franchise record for rushing and stuff. You know, we were just clicking on all cylinders. Defense was playing decent, like, you know, the run game was going so well. Like, I don't even think we didn't really have to throw it like that. I think Jordan Reed had a couple passes and stuff, but it was just an amazing time. And so like, it was just like, why can't we do that again? You know what I'm saying? Why can't? I guess it wouldn't be the Big Dog Command Room without some Barks in here, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's kind of like now a nightly part of the show or whatever, or frequent part of the show. But yeah, man. It's like, you know, sometimes you just in life you have a choice, you know what I'm saying? Do you decide to remain the same person you are, or do you decide to do something else, do something better, do something greater, you know what I'm saying? And even though this was just 1 year, you know what I'm saying, we could have easily lost any of these games, man. All of them were close, like literally all except for the Philly game. I don't know, was Philly trash? I think Philly was trash. I don't even know. Where's Philly? Philly. Oh, Philly wasn't trash, but I don't know, for some reason we beat them the first time 31-6. We beat Dallas 38-31. We beat the New York Giants 17-16. Literally 1 point. Baltimore, we went into overtime, won by 3. Cleveland Browns, we won by 17. It still could easily have come back from. We've lost games by a worse fashion. And then Philly, we beat them by 7, 27-20. And then Dallas was 28-18. You know, that's only 10 points. So, you know, it wasn't like, you know, we were just blowing teams out and just like it was, you know, running and not looking back. You know what I'm saying? We really had to grind that out. And the streak that we were doing, who wins 7 games in a row like that? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's not nothing that's just blink a bat of eye at. You know, that's some serious stuff. And I believe if RG3 didn't tear his leg or mess up his leg, you know, going into the playoffs and stuff like that, we might have made it to the Super Bowl, if at least the NFC East championship. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody was really stopping us. Nobody had film on RG3. Nobody had film on our offense and stuff. And Kyle Shanahan was like, you know, really calling some amazing stuff for us. Like, you know, just some digestible stuff that RG3 could really handle and stuff, instead of like it just being some complicated thing like Scott Turner's trying to do. You know, sometimes I wish he was like our offensive coordinator was still here. You know, I mean, just thinking like now thinking back on it, just like dang, like, you know what I'm saying, like I remember like having arguments and debates about who was better, Kirk Cousins or RG3, and my friend would say like, you know, Kirk Cousins was better, which I mean probably skill set wise, like, you know, probably as an entire quarterback, yeah, but he didn't have that clutch factor, you know what I'm saying, and that matters, you know what I'm saying. What's the point of being, you have all these traits but you can't close out a game, and RG3 had that, you know what I'm saying. But the thing was, they built a system around him where he could easily, you know, like you know, do a read option, do a slant, or run, or get the ball off. You know what I'm saying? It was just that simple thing. you know, and it worked, you know, and it wasn't, you know, we won't reinventing the wheel, it wasn't nothing. It just worked, like, you know, and we had to they found something to work, and we ran with it. And nobody was stopping us. We was crushing Seattle, you know what I'm saying? We probably would have crushed whoever, like, I think was that the year Baltimore Ravens and the I think the Ravens and the 49ers went to the Super Bowl that year, I think. But man, I just you know, this is a deep reflection. This is going back, but and we're nowhere near the bye, and I really hope that we don't decide to get to the bye to decide that we want to change stuff and adjust stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? We don't have time for that. That is far too late, you know, for us to even decide to even do that. So we need to do that weekly. We need to do that daily. You know what I'm saying? Like, it needs to be something that we really, you know, focus and lock in on. You know what I'm saying? And especially Scott Turner, because it's like I have like literally this year. I mean, literally this year I have nothing to complain about Scott. I mean, Jack Del Rio for. You know, I mean, can he put his players in better positions maybe, or like make the DBs play closer to the ball? Who knows? Like, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I guess they don't have confidence in themselves because they playing off, you know, because they don't have to be like, you know, just straight up listen to Scott. I mean, I keep saying Scott. They don't have to listen to Jack Del Rio like completely. You know, they have some free will to, like, you know, be like, okay, maybe I should play closer up on them, or maybe, like, you know what I'm saying. But maybe they just kind of feel like, oh, like these guys gonna be this deep, so that's why we're back. You know, who knows? You know. Like, we're not in the locker room, so we can't truly speculate or really know what's going on. But I have no complaints out of Jack, like I've been saying. But Scott needs to do better. And just looking back on this, looking back on your history so we don't repeat itself, or rather, want to repeat it, you know what I'm saying? Just keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and man, I just think about that, man, and I just think that it's still an opportunity. Everybody's like, oh, the season's over. Oh, it's only 4 games. We're one quarter away from, like, you know, into the season. It's 13 games left. It's plenty of things to do, plenty of games to be played, and we could do it. You know what I'm saying? We have a favorable schedule to work it out, turn it around. We have a quarterback that's capable of doing that. We may not have the offensive line fully to, you know, do that, but like everything, we have to make it work. You know what I'm saying? We did it last year. Let's do it again. You know, we had 4 different centers, like, you know what I'm saying, different guards in and out, tackles in and out, and we made it work. You know, we had one of the best offensive lines in the league. You know, and we can do that again. We can figure it out. We have to. We have no choice. Otherwise, like, we're going to be starting over again. So, yeah, man. Trying to think. As far as the game, man, it is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Cowboys fans was all happy and stuff. I was like, we weren't good. We haven't been playing good. So, like, what are you proud about? You proud of us beating trash, or beating the team that's not really clicking on all cylinders? Congrats. You know, let's see how you do against the Rams. You know, that's all I gotta say, bro. You know, but it's just like, yeah, man. For all those fans, cause this, I feel you. Trust me, I feel you. You see me on these videos the past couple weeks, past 3 weeks or whatever. I've been really kind of down. My energy's been really down. Cause I'm just so sick of just seeing the same things, like, you know, getting promised this and then getting this, like, same results. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we're gonna be better. We're gonna go out there and do, and then it's just the same stuff that we've been saying. It's crap. So, you know, I just remember, like, how that was that season, the 2012 season. So for all those fans out there that's, like, struggling with this, man, don't give up. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can say, man. Don't give up on this team. Don't give up. Because in general, if you give up on this team, you're giving up on everything else. I'm not saying this related to life, but it's just like, you know, like in life you just don't give up. You know what I'm saying? You can't be fair weathered or whatever, welterweight, whatever, like whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be tough times. Sometimes the tough times are longer than the good times. You know, more times than not. You know what I'm saying? Or they're just gonna feel longer. But more times than not, the rough times. Man, don't give up on this team, man. The tough times is hard, but it feels so much better. Like, you know, it makes winning and being happy in good times so much better. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, don't like Alan was saying, don't come around like, you know, when we daggone winning and stuff like that. You know, because you don't never know how the season's gonna shake out. Like, you know. So don't be coming around. Oh, I knew we were gonna do it. Like, we winning. Yeah. No, if you want to daggone jump out the ship, trust me. Like, you know what I'm saying. And I mean, and to be realistic, like, you know, it can very well go left. You know what I'm saying. But let's until then, let's be confident. Let's be positive. Like, let's see how this goes. You know what I'm saying. So that's where I'm at with it, man. I'm wearing my gear still. Like, you know, as it gets colder, I got a lot of, like, you know, winter gear, so I'm gonna be wearing that, you know, more. Excuse me. And yeah, man, I'm reminiscing, man. You know what I'm saying? But not even just that, but I'm hopeful. So I'm going to be confident. I'm going to stay focused on what we can do and moving forward. And believe that Ron Rivera is going to adjust. Like, you know, in the military, it's really, I really find it hard to believe that if you're military trained, that you have no desire, no focus, no will to adjust or find what works, because that's all they teach you, you know, to survive and adapt and adjust. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like change is gonna come. It may be slower than what we want. You know what I'm saying? Because we see it, like, you know, from the outside looking in. But we don't have no say in thing. We can buy all the merch we want. We can do all the tickets. You know, we can yell, we can tweet, we can comment, all that, and we have no say. So just be patient, trust the process, and whatever happens, happens. You know, with this. But I'm praying for the best. You know, and let's get it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's basically my week 4 reflection. You know what I'm saying? We lost to the Cowboys, so what? We got another game with them. We got another game with Philly. And the NFC East is not out of reach. You know? So, you see what I got here? Look. You know what I'm saying? We played Essie today. You know what I mean. But you know what we gonna do with it? Oh, we played Essie this week. You know what we're gonna do with it? We're gonna ball it up, throw it in the trash, and now we ain't talking about this no more. We looking forward to the Titans. So, thank y'all for being patient with me, man. Thank y'all for rocking with me. It's your boy Mambo with the Big Dog Command Room. Like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, I will see y'all. Peace, love, and hair grease.